Hey guys, today I want to show you Numeo app. This is our free mobile app for owner operators and drivers available on iOS and Android. When you open the app, the first thing you do is set your pickup location. You've got three ways to do that. You can search by city, by state, or by zone, depending on how specific you want to be. If you only work with certain states, zone search is the fastest way to cover ground without typing out cities one by one. After pickup, you set where you're going. If you already know your destination, you type the destination in. But if you're open to anywhere, say you just want to see what's out there from your area, you leave the destination blank and the app shows you every load option leaving from that pickup point instead of narrowing it to one route. Next is truck type. You choose whether you're running a team load or a single driver load. That changes what shows up, since team loads usually mean longer runs and different rates. Then you pick your trailer type. There is a full list here, and each one has its own picture next to it, so you're not guessing based on a name you might not recognize. You can just match it visually to your equipment. For this demo, let's select Reefer. It's safe, and now the app pulls up every matching result. Now that we've got the results list, sorting is what turns a big list into something useful fast. You've got 5 ways to do this. You can sort by recommended loads, by age, by price, by pickup distance, or the rate per mile. Let's sort by price for demo. Now the highest paying loads jump straight to the top of the list. So instead of scrolling past dozens of loads, I'm looking at the best paying ones first. If I want to refine further, I hit edit search, and from there, I can change any part of what I set up initially. Pickup, destination, dates, equipment. Let's check Chicago as an example. Underneath, that is load sources, this is where you control which boards Numeo is actually pulling loads from. Truck Stop, Parade, and Happy Robot are already connected out of the box, no setup needed there. But if you personally have accounts on other load boards like RXO, you can connect those here too. And once they're linked, their loads start showing up in the same feed. You're not jumping between apps to check 5 different load boards separately. It's all merged into one search. Once sources are set, I hit search, and now the results reflect everything. My filters, my sources, all in one list. You can also set specific pickup dates here if you're planning a few days out instead of needing something today. Now, let's actually open a load and look at what's inside. The first thing you see is a mini map showing the pickup point and a drop-off point, so you get a visual sense of the run before reading a single number. Below that is a broker verification, and this is one of the more important parts. Numeo is integrated with multiple factoring companies like RTS, Triumph, Wex, Engaged, and others. You select whichever factoring company you personally use, and the app checks that broker against it, telling you whether they're verified and considered trustworthy to work with. That means you're not taking a broker's word for it. You're checking against real factoring data before you commit any time to them. Next to that is the market rate comparison. Numeo shows you what the market is offering on this load next to what the market rate actually is for that lane. So you can immediately see if the offer is above or below where the market sits, which tells you how much room you actually have to negotiate. Then there is toll. Numeo calculates toll costs automatically, and if there is more than one way to run the route, it shows you multiple route options side by side with what each one costs in tolls, so you can pick the cheaper path before you've already on the road. For this same load details screen, you've got a handful of options. You can save the load, you can bookmark it to come back later to it, you can block the broker if it's someone you don't want to work with again. This keeps them from showing up to you going forward. You can record an issue. If you do work with a broker and something goes wrong, you can log that issue directly against them. You can ask a broker in one click and it sends them email without you typing anything from scratch. You can also call the broker or share the load details with a dispatcher. We've also recently added Amazon loads into the app, and the workflow mirrors what you just saw for regular load, with a few Amazon specific steps. Select your pickup location, same as before. You select your trailer type. This list is specific to Amazon's equipment types, obviously. Select the work opportunity type, run, trip, one way. You set the number of stops, and then you just hit search. Once you search, every matching Amazon load shows up in the results. Open any of them and you get the same depth of detail as a regular load. Pickup locations, drop-off instructions, and a breakdown of every stop on the route. From here, everything else works exactly like it does on the regular side, and you can run this search as many times as you need. We've also got a separate section for box trucks. It works a little bit different from regular loads. You start the same way. You pick your origin, your destination, and the date. Then, instead of the regular trailer list, you choose the equipment type that fits box truck work, like a Sprinter or a cargo van. For this demo, let's select cargo vans out of Texas. Now, I'll open one of the load details. Same as before, you get the full breakdown of the run. And when I'm ready, I can place my bid and it shows up right on the load. For sending anything, broker emails, offers, whatever, you need an email account connected. You've got two options here. You can connect your own existing email account so everything sends and receives from your normal inbox, or if you don't want to use your personal email or don't have one set up for this, you can get a new email address provided by us instead. Either way, you're covered. Connecting your own email isn't required to use the app. Now this is one of the bigger features, AI Dispatch. Think of it like ChatGPT, but built directly into the app and made specifically for finding loads. It handles the search and match work for you in plain language. Instead of manually setting pickup, destination, and trailer type through the filters, you just type what you need. For example, I need loads from Chicago to Dallas. I have a reefer and I want the rate to be around 3K. The AI reads that, understands the criteria, and goes and finds matching loads on its own. Here's what happens after you give it to your criteria. The AI sorts through everything available, filters down to loads that actually match what you described, and gives you its top 3 picks instead of a long list to scroll through. You can expand any of these 3 to see full load details, plus the broker's verification status, same information you'd get browsing manually, just pre-filtered by AI. From there, it becomes a conversation. You can ask AI what it recommends out of the 3, and it will give you its reasoning. If none of the 3 work for you, you can just ask it to search again or add new criteria on the spot. For example, if there are certain load types or regions you don't want to pick up or deliver to, you tell it that and it adjusts. On the interface itself, your past conversation with AI live on the left side, so you can go back to any previous searches. On the right side, you see the actual emails the AI has drafted or sent on your behalf, so you're not guessing what it said to a broker. You can read it directly from there. Inside that email, you can also invite your own dispatcher and they'll be able to join the conversation and see what's going on. If at any point you want an actual person instead of the AI, there is an option to request human dispatch support. As soon as an operator becomes available, they'll reach out to you directly. On top of AI Dispatch, we have added AI Voice. Same assistant, but you talk to it instead of typing. It supports multiple languages such as English, Russian, Uzbek, Punjabi, and others. So you're not limited to English if that's not your first language. You use it in the same way you talk to a person. Ask it to find a load, ask for load details, or ask about the market. Both AI Dispatch and AI Voice can answer market questions directly, like what's the rate from Chicago to Illinois, or what are the rates between these 2 cities. Every email you send or receive through the app, whether you wrote it or the AI did, lands here in the inbox. It's your single place to track broken conversations without digging through a separate email app. Your profile is where you manage your setup. From here, you can pick your factoring company. You can also check your email templates. You can manage your connected email accounts, and you can check saved loads. There's also a Numeo community built into the app. This is a space with other drivers and dispatchers where you can ask questions about anything, whether it's about a load, a broker, or just general trucking questions. Load radar is for planning ahead instead of searching it in the moment. Say you know you'll need a load out of a certain city 2 days from now. You set the date, the origin, the destination, hit update, and load radar starts watching for anything that matches. The moment a matching load comes in, it notifies, and you choose how, through a push notification on the app, through Telegram, or by email. You can also set how often you want to be notified, so it's not overwhelming you if there is a lot of activity on that route. Now let's go over the plan since this affects how much of the app you get to use. The free plan includes 10 searches a day on regular loads and 10 searches a day on Amazon load. On Amazon load specifically, free shows you that load details exist but doesn't unlock full load details. You need to upgrade to Go for that. Go plan costs you $19.99 per month and it gives you 150 searches a day on regular loads, 10 Amazon searches a month. This time with full load details included. Max plan costs you $39.99 per month. It gives you unlimited searches on regular loads and 50 Amazon searches a month. Platinum plan costs you $69.99 a month. It's our top plan, unlimited searches on both regular loads and Amazon loads, no caps on either. And on top of whatever plan you're on, you can earn extra searches by inviting people to the app, 10 extra searches for every driver you invite, and 100 extra searches for every dispatcher you invite. So your search limit isn't fixed just to your plan. You can grow it by bringing others in. One more thing worth mentioning, to bring your own owner to a demo call for our TMS product, Numeo 1, you can earn up to $500 once they become a customer. So if you know any owner, operator, or fleet manager who could use the big office side of what we do, that's an easy way to get rewarded for the introduction. So that's Numeo, free to download on iOS and Android, links below. Go ahead and give it a try.